morning, everyone. Welcome to Streissguth Gardens, or welcome back to Streissguth Gardens if you've been to our YouTube before. This video is going to be a little bit different than our standard 2 formats that we have. Today, we're going to be discussing a very sad thing that happened in early February. We lost our beloved Willow. It came down early in the morning during a light but very wet snowstorm. It's been a huge cleanup process, and it has massively changed the garden, at least around where the willow came down. It's gone from a very shady, intimate space to a very sunny space, and honestly, we're not entirely sure what the fate of the trunk of the willow is going to be. We've spent a huge number of hours clearing debris and have salvaged some material, but right now we're just kind of waiting to see how things are going to progress with the removal of the trunk. We've done about as much as we can at the moment. 3 weeks later, we lost a giant maple over in the woods. These are the 2 largest trees that we've lost to date in the garden, and only the second and third trees to uproot. We thought it would be really fun to use wood from both of these trees in various projects around the garden. So I want to walk you through a little bit about show you a little bit about what's going on here and talk about some new projects. So I hope this is going to be a fun video for everyone. So here we are. This is going to be the first look at the willow trunk. We estimate about 80 years old. Willows are short-lived trees that sprout easily and have weak wood. Early on, as we were cleaning up the willow, Jade expressed a desire to create things with the wood. She really wanted to make some wattle fences. This pile is the stakes that we saved, and this pile are the sides of the wattle. We haven't finished this wall yet. We're not sure if we're going to extend it or up, or if we're going to make it longer. It's really a fairly easy technique. You drive some posts in and you kind of alternately weave branches back and forth. Preferably you terminate a branch behind a post other than at the end where you have to sometimes have them sticking out. So here we are behind the maple. This used to be a path right here where the hole is, and I think it's a rare opportunity for people to be able to come and look not only at the bottom of a stump of a tree, but also get to see a lot of the really cool big roots that were holding this tree up. It's also an opportunity for me to get to use my new chainsaw mill, and I can saw up some of the maple and make some big planks that are going to go across here, and that way people can have a path again that they feel safe and secure on, but still have the opportunity to look at stuff. like we'll need probably 12 feet of lumber that's roughly 18 inches wide. I'm hoping I can do that in 2 boards. We'll see. We'll bring you back and we'll do some cutting of the wood, and you'll probably get to see me assemble it. I thought it would be really fun to see this licorice fern growing on this log. Not that it grows that high, it's just not always very visible when it's growing on a tree. So we're going to try to save the licorice fern. Right now they're growing saprophytically, but they can also grow terrestrially, and I have never actually tried to switch them, but I believe we can do it. So I'm going to take off a bunch of these and we're going to use them elsewhere in the garden. Look at that, almost an entire bucket of moss and licorice fern. Hopefully this will make a really nice planting. Good. Wowzer. So I realized it would probably be a good thing to explain why I said that this first cut didn't go well. As you can see, I did a second cut below it. That one is going to be nice and square and straight. And the top one, you can see on the far right of the frame, started out nice and square. As I get through that rotten spot, it starts to twist and dip. And if you look on the far left, you can see that I've come down, what's that, 4 inches, 5 inches? Probably 5. The top side is, or the far side is still relatively square at about 5 inches. We have the 4 boards that are up here from the milled maple, and we're going to be making a 2-board wide walkway here. It looks like I can get roughly from the end of the boards to that middle hump, and then from that middle hump somehow over by the grate. I'm not quite sure, I haven't even measured it out yet, but that's the general plan. I'm going to kind of lay it out roughly, probably go off camera, come back and get some more supplies, and come back and put it together. Alright everyone, we've had a change in plan here. Jane came over and consulted with me, and we think that it's going to make a much more interesting walkway if we only have 2 boards. So in some ways it makes my life easier, in some ways it makes it harder, but take you along for the ride. The general idea. I need to get some longer screws, and I think I'm not going to film the rest of it, so come by and see the finished product in person. So here you're going to just have to apply your vision to this area. We're going to be sticking a long bench, probably about 5 feet long here, so that we can somewhat recreate the idea of sitting under the willow. This is the first large-scale sawing project I've done in the garden. This is going to be the bench, and I don't even know if I can get far enough away. There. So that's going to be the bench for the wall. Well, here's the completed bench in the garden. We've seen a number of people sitting on it, enjoying it, and as we'd hoped, it's wide enough for people to sit here as someone else walks by. As always, I know everybody says it, but please don't forget to like this video. It really does help. And I hope you've enjoyed sharing with us as we take on these 3 projects, and I get to play on my new chainsaw mill and make fun projects for the garden. I'll see you in the garden.